Possibly we can talk about a little bit more on collaboration models. So do you think that SMEs can, especially once they have battled this particular COVID period, do you think SMEs can actually look at some amount of collaboration and models of partnership in order to grow more in the times to come? Or possibly just uniting together among other SMEs?
There are 2-3 things here. One is that the kind of partnerships that I've seen, and I've written that in one of my articles, there is actually an opportunity of about $200 to $300 billion in the next 10 to 15 years through partnerships that one can capitalize on, right? So it's a partnership-led growth. What's going to happen globally is that every trade or every trade corridor is going to actually look at, every developed country is today looking at their own interests. Every trade corridors, they are becoming very cautious in terms of which suppliers they want to actually procure materials from, because nobody wants to go through the cycles and of pain of wrong goods, wrong supplier, wrong vendor, low reliability, etc. So everybody has turned cautious. One must understand that, right? What that means is every penny which is being invested, and please understand, a lot of resources are destroyed in last 1.5 years due to pandemic, which means every penny, every dollar, every rupee will be questioned in terms of where is the ROI. And that means that collaborations and partnerships play a very important role in 2 ways. One, in market-seeking entries or market-seeking strategies, and the second is resource-seeking strategies. Market-seeking strategies would mean that you can partner with your complementary service provider or competitor to basically add more value to your customer. And the partnerships on the supply side, on the resources side, would mean they would basically look at how is it that you can reduce your expenses of development cost or the production cost or the supply chain cost by partnering with the people in your own industry, own segment. And these kinds of things have happened in other industries. It's not that this is something which is rocket science and new. But I think what happens is that in difficult times, this gets expedited. This gets sort of speeded up, right? So I think this is very, very important from our point of view to look at how is it that one could partner. So on this slide, basically, it just, and that makes it easier for the SMEs to conduct the business. So if you look at X-axis and Y-axis on this particular chart, and maybe it is a little complex right now, I'm not sure whether it is visible for everybody. But anyway, this basically talks about what we observed in last pandemic from period Jan to September, when the first pandemic hit all of us. And on this axis, you would have typically partnership maturity model basically on a y-axis, you have transactions, co-creation of value, and finally own that activity. And on this axis, on the x-axis, you have basically you do business as usual. You basically collaborate just to manage the complaints or conflicts between the two. And the third is a little more evolved when you together decide how is it you're going to shape the future of your own industry or the segment, right? So if you look at both this axis and look at where is it that this potential value can be added, is what is indicated by those circles in green and in green and white, right? You will see the differences in the number of circles which are in green, which indicates to you the trend. Just to give examples, in Jan 2020, when we looked at, you look at the combination of the transact and business as usual bucket, wherein you will see in Jan 2020, there were 4 green circles, which means companies collaborated with each other for normal transactions, right? Just to do buying and sell, like any other market. And it was business as usual. When actually the pandemic hit, that incidence went down because of the external shock, right? But there was a cut down in the business activity, right? And the collaborations also initially actually suffered. Why did they suffer? Because there was a tendency to conserve your own resources and not share. So when the going gets tough, there are only 2 tendencies that manifest. Either you share what is available as a resource, or you try to snatch every resource which is available and not share because you are in difficulty, right? So what we observed interestingly in the first period was companies tried not to share. So there was a tendency to conserve your resources only for your own benefit and not to share. And this is exactly what happened, right? On the other hand, if you look at the nature of collaboration or partnerships or the any interactions that happened, there was a lot of conflict resolution. In fact, the incidences of lawsuits and things like that in business world actually went up in that period because everybody started blaming. This is not happening, that is not happening. And there's a lot of problem there. So it's very interesting to see the behavior of how the collaboration happens. When you look at co-create, which is on the y-axis in the middle, right? And then when you look at whether the incidence has gone up in co-creating, you will see the same number of green circles in pre and post COVID situation in September. After, not post, I would say, I mean, if COVID is still continuing, but let's say in that period when we suffered the most in terms of the COVID lockdowns, etc., you will see the activity has remained the same. What that means is that you are kind of in a stage wherein you're trying to figure out what is to be done. And then it's like a shock and awe. That's the situation that they were in. And that's very interesting. And that's precisely what happened. So you see, the first behavioral tendencies are basically of not necessarily collaborating and partnering in this entire chart, right? Because all the number of green circles have either stayed the same or actually reduced, except for conflict resolution, which is basically to look at disputes, right? Now that's interesting because what that tells us is that when the pandemic has hit us today, this year, I see a different trend than this, wherein there is a realization that one must partner for different reasons, right? And not for conflict resolution, not for just transacting, but to co-create, to shape the future. And that is something which is different this year. So we are yet to sort of analyze this year's data, but this is past year's data. But the idea that we are trying to put forth before all of you is that the partnerships, if you are able to have a very strong focus on, and whether it is exports, whether it is international markets, whether it is domestic markets, or whether it is across the different business lines that you are not into currently, that will play a very important role. And we believe that potential is up to $300 billion across the different industries. Of course, not realized to be immediately. So we had projected then it was 2025, but I reckon given the current things, the way it is going on, it could be up to 2027 or 2028.
All right. Thanks, Samir. And I think there is a lot of evidence also that suggests that, the collaborative model is actually a very effective method if you want to increase your export earnings as well. So maybe people who are actually looking at increased export earnings is something that they should right away look at these models and the feasibility of these models for their respective businesses. So yeah.
Yeah, and Shruti, there is preparedness, right? I mean, everybody can't export. I mean, like I said, everybody is trying to become cautious of whom to procure from. So especially for Indian MSMEs, I would strongly advise that preparedness for exports is very, very critical. See, you saw the statistics recently in the papers that exports actually has gone up in the last few months also, right? It's one of the indicators which is positive. But eventually, if you were to really scale up significantly, whether it is MNCs or whether it is domestic companies doing a trade corridor escalation, it is very important to know what does it take to become a great exporter, and that preparedness is extremely important. If I look at the entire community of Indian MSMEs, not many are taking steps towards becoming really prepared to export. They just have aspiration, ambition, and sometimes it's a lack of knowledge. So one can't blame the entrepreneurs for that. But I think the key is to find out, to understand, and go step by step in a very planned manner to become prepared, eligible to export. And then sky's the limit.